Oi, pessoal, tudo bem? Tô aqui para falar sobre a parceria que nós fizemos com iTalk. Você que sempre quis ter uma aula com um nativo, desculpa, de qualquer língua, essa é a hora. Nós vamos te dar uma aula de graça com iTalk. É só ir no italk.com, comprar uma aula, inserir o cupom inglês no e cru e você automaticamente ganha outra de graça. E qualquer coisa é só clicar no link que está aqui abaixo na descrição deste episódio. Qualquer preço, nativo da língua, de qualquer lugar, pela internet, é ótimo. É isso, agora vamos com o episódio de hoje.
Hey, Alexia, how are you doing?
Hey Foster, I am fine.
I think you're doing better than me. I'm a little bit sick these days, but at least we are recording outside, which is always nice.
Yes, it's always nice. We are here at your house with your dogs.
Yes, we are actually at my parents' house. We have a big golden retriever at our feet and the sound of birds overhead.
For sure, they already seen Sonny on our Instagram account.
I imagine so. If you're following our Instagram, it is 95% dogs, 5% English. But everyone loves dogs.
Yeah.
Today, we are going to continue our topic, our theme about talking just a little bit about how Americans are weird. You know, everyone's weird.
Weird in a good way.
Yeah, when I'm saying weird, I'm really just saying that Americans are different than Brazilians
Yeah.
in a lot of different ways in terms of culture, society, politics, finances, all of these things. But Americans are weird. A lot of people say Brazilians are weird, so this is our chance to kind of make some jokes about Americans.
Okay, so about what we are talking today? Which
Okay.
kind of weirdness?
So I would change that question and just say, what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today?
Yeah, about what we are talking about today. Grammatically is just not the most natural way to phrase that. So, what are we talking about today? Good question. We are talking about drinking in the US. So, Americans with drinking, normal drinks, non alcoholic drinks, alcoholic drinks, and the differences between the US and Brazil.
The first thing that I would like to talk about with alcoholic drinks
Mhm.
is that you are not allowed to drink on streets or inside the car at all.
Yes, in almost all of America. So there are a couple of exceptions. I believe that you can drink in New Orleans and maybe a couple other places.
Maybe California somewhere.
I don't think so. But we call that open container laws. Yeah. So that's a huge difference. When I remember the first time I arrived to Brazil, and my roommate and I were going to a bar, and we just bought like sei lá, uma brama, quiosque, andando pro bar. Eu achei sensacional.
Yeah, so I should say that
That's when all the problems in my life started.
I should say that Brazil is the land of free in this kind of situation and not United States.
Yes. So in that specific case, we say the land of the free.
Yeah,
When we talk about the US, we say the land of the free.
the land of the free.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So an obvious difference is you can't drink on the streets in the US.
Yeah, not even inside the car.
Not in the car. So here's how it works in the US. It is illegal to have open container. That means an open can of beer, glass of wine. You cannot have open alcohol in your car at all. Zero. But you can drive after drinking a little bit. So technically, we have 0.08% of your blood alcohol content, which is a couple drinks for most people. Depends
For
on
me, would be just one sip.
Yeah, it depends on your size and how much you drink, those kind of things. But in Brazil, zero tolerance, right?
Yeah. Well, at least in Rio, La Seca is awesome. I do agree with that. I don't want people drinking and driving, but this is another discussion that we can have. Let's
Discussion.
discussion that we can have. But let's continue talking about the weird things.
Yeah. Can I say one more thing about alcohol that might
Uh-huh.
be kind of weird? In a lot of states, we have states that we refer to them as blue laws. So, for example, in South Carolina, my home state, in the majority of counties, you cannot buy alcohol on Sundays.
Yeah. The Belt Bible.
The Bible Belt.
The Bible Belt.
Belt Bible.
Droga.
Okay.
The Bible Belt.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah. The Bible Belt is just referring to the
Cinturão da
South.
Bíblia.
Yeah. South, ton of churches. We could do an entire episode about the Bible Belt or just show some of our videos of us driving on the highway in the South. Yeah. Okay. So, Alexia, what else do you think is a little bit different about the way we do it here in America?
Well, we here it's free refills for every single drink. It's also not alcoholics, but non-alcoholics. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So only at an open bar would you have free refills.
Yeah,
That's different.
most of the restaurants that we ever been, it's a free refill.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm talking about with alcoholic drinks. The only time you get free refills, in quotations, is at an open bar.
Ah, sim.
Yeah. But at most restaurants, if you go to any restaurant, you get a Coke, you get water, sweet tea, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever you want to
it's
drink.
what Outback do in Brazil.
It's what Outback does.
Does, sorry.
Yes. And it's what 99% of restaurants do in the US.
Yeah, you don't even have to ask. They come to your table, see if you need it, and then they bring a huge, oh my God, garrafa, bottle.
There we go.
Oh my God, a huge bottle of that, and they just put inside of your glass.
Yeah. So I have two things that I would like to mention. One is quite inappropriate, and one is very useful. So let's start with the inappropriate one. When you were thinking garrafa, como que fala garrafa? When you just have a blank space in your brain and you cannot remember something, do you know a funny way that we say that in English?
No.
We say a brain fart.
Okay, fart is pum.
É, pum do cérebro.
Pum do cérebro.
É,
Brain
É.
fart.
está acontecendo comigo mais e mais cada dia. Né?
Huh? And what else?
The second useful thing I wanted to say is the word refill. This is very difficult for a lot of Brazilians, especially when you have the R at the beginning of words. I mean, the English R sound is difficult in the first place, but any word that starts with re, a lot of my students want to say refill.
Refill.
Yeah, so you have to say refill.
I'm thinking about, is it the same way that we say restaurant? Re, like with the R, not with the sound of E, but restaurant, refill.
Yeah. So actually the sound of E is different. You have restaurant, restaurant, and then re-E,
Yeah, that's
refill.
what I said.
But a lot of Brazilians will say restaurant, refill. But this especially happens when you have words with re, like,
Read.
well, I was thinking about the prefix re, like redo
Ah,
or rewrite.
uh-huh.
Like, Alexia, you need to rewrite this email. Try to say that word for me.
Alexia, I need to rewrite this email.
Perfect. I always listen to even my most advanced students say, he write.
He write.
And I'm like, oh, what does he write?
He write. Rewrite.
Yeah. So if you're having difficulties with the R, just search in Google words in English that start with RE, and you will have a million examples.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about something that is very personal for us?
Very what?
Very personal for us?
Yeah.
Ice.
Ah, I hate ice.
Ice, ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Why do you
Ice,
hate
ice,
ice?
baby. First of all, I don't have the most healthy teeth.
Yeah, I would change that because I think your teeth are fine, but they're very sensitive.
Yes, they are very, very sensitive. This happens with very, very hot drinks or food and very, very cold
Yeah.
drinks or food. So, ice cream is like, I want to die if I have to take a bite on an ice cream. No?
Mm-hmm.
And here, if you order like water or sweet tea or Coke, whatever, it will always come with a lot of ice.
Yeah.
They don't even ask if you want or if you don't want.
Oh no, it's a given.
Yeah,
If you get a normal drink in the US, they don't even ask. No, it's just automatically tons of ice.
yeah.
Fill it to the top.
And when I was talking about it with Zoe, your best friend here,
Mm-hmm.
hello Zoe, if you ever listen to us, she was trying to explain to me that because of the spiciness on the food, that it's very, very hot always and everything like that, you guys need ice to make your tummy um relax a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I might have to talk to Zoe about that. I don't know how reliable of a source she is on it, but it could be. It's a
It
possibility.
makes sense somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And right now, what I always do inside of the restaurants is, ma'am, what do you want? Hi, I would like sweet tea with no ice.
And
And
then
they
they
always ask me, no ice? I said, yeah, no ice.
yeah. Most people think it's a little weird, but it's cool.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's part of adapting to any new culture. You have to choose which parts you're going to accept and which parts you're not.
Yeah.
And Alexia draws the line and says, no ice. Damn it. I'm a Brazilian with sensitive teeth. And that's
That's
okay.
it.
Okay, last thing I wanted to mention about drinking and why
it
Americans are weird.
it always happens with me, this one.
Yeah. So you have to present your ID. And what we say is to get carded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for those of you who do not know, the legal drinking age in the US is 21 years old. And we're very strict about it.
You can drive with 16
When you are 16.
when you are 16, but you can only drink when you are 21.
Yeah, it's a crazy, I think, a very stupid law. Actually, in South Carolina, you can drive when you are 15.
Really?
Yeah, or 15 and 6 months.
Ah,
Yeah.
it doesn't change
So
anything.
imagine me 15, 6 months, totally not knowing how to drive.
I don't know how you can drive right now when you are 28 years old.
Yes. Just a quick reminder, Alexia, we never use with
I know.
years.
You know why it's happening right now?
Why?
Because I just gave like 1 hour class in Portuguese and my mind is totally.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm just kidding.
Hmm.
So that is a great point. You can drive when you're 15. You can buy any tobacco products when you're 18. You can fight in a war and die for your country when you're 18.
What about voting?
You can vote when you're 18.
In Brazil, you can vote when you are 16, but you are not capable to drive till you are 18. That is really crazy.
Yeah.
I think that if you are able to make a decision who's going to be your como é que é representante?
You want to take a guess?
Represented,
Representative.
representative,
Perfect.
representative in your government when you are 16 years old, you should be able to drive as well. But
I totally agree. It does not make any sense. And it's crazy. In most states, again, in the US, laws change depending on which state you are in. But in most states, the rule is if there is a possibility that the person could be under 40 years old, then you have to automatically ask them for their ID.
Yeah. Well, this always happens with me. And for those who are planning to go to North Carolina, please walk with your passport because they don't accept anything but your passport.
Yeah, again, varies from state to state. Some states require international people visiting the US to have a passport to get a beer, which is ridiculous. So, on that sad note, Alexia, let's call it a day. Let's go have a beer. I'm just kidding. We have to keep working. See
Yes. So I'll see you tomorrow.
you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. If you like what we do, if you want to support the show, please check out inglesnocru.com. At inglesnocru.com, you can find everything from the worksheets for these episodes to learn all of the best pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, real English, the way we speak it on the streets. You can also do personalized private coaching sessions with me in our pronunciation course. Sounds cool. Most importantly, keep up the good fight and lose well. Até já já.